Good afternoon, everybody. It's me, Carrie, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Farmington Hills, Michigan. I keep trying to figure out a way to, not say the same thing exactly the same way every time, but somehow I still always do. So today is a big day at Stampin' Up! And, of course, my tablet wants to act stupid, so hopefully I will see your comments. Sometimes when it turns landscape mode, I don't see it very well, so I apologize if that happens. Let me make a little room here for myself. I just don't know what's going on. Pretty typical. Okay, so today we're going to talk a little bit about online products, but first I have to show you guys this. Look how cute. Barbara Quokka sent me a Halloween card, and it's just the cutest. She said she followed my my card that I taught with this. So thank you, Barbara. That was so sweet of you to do. I appreciate it. Okay, so I'm going to show a couple of things. This is the flyer Stampin' Up! Gives us. This won't take you to my website, so I'm keeping my thumb over it. But there's a whole lot more of what's available than what I have and what is seen on this flyer. But I do have everything on this flyer. So I will show you that. One thing that is not on this flyer, it's number 162813, and it's $10.50. And it's this beautiful shimmer paper. Or they call it 3-color glimmer, in case you're looking it up. So I haven't done anything with it yet, which kind of surprises me. There are 6 pieces, and they are in 3 colors. So look at that. It's so pretty. You get purple. You get kind of an orangey gold color. I don't know if this is comparison to a Stampin' Up! Color. This is pretty peacock. I know that. So those are your 6 colors, but look at that shine. Oh, you can really see it on this one. So anyway, that's available online. The reason they're doing more online is because they're trying to reach everybody. And I know some of us, like me, I really like a paper book. I like having it. I'm old school. I want it in my hand. I want to bend the corners. I want to mark it up. But especially since the pandemic, more people are doing the online thing. So you can see everything that's in the main catalogs online. That's not a problem. But anyway, so that's where that is. So I'm going to show you the Fluffiest Friends, which I've shown before. And so this is an online exclusive. It's so stinking cute, and I will be doing more with it. It has a bundle with the dies, and you guys may remember I made this card. This DSP and this sentiment is not coming out until January. But it's a great set, and you know how online goes. You never know if things are going to be available. So if you like the Fluffiest Friends or any of the online products, you're going to want to go and take a look at those right away. And again, my Stampin' Up! Website is memoryinkers.com. My hostess code, if you're spending under $150, because at $150 you get your own hostess credit. But this hostess code lets me do things a little bit cheaper. Like when I add an add-on and tell you you could order a stamp set and I will pay the tax and shipping, it's because of these hostess codes. So it is B as in Brittany, R as in Robert, X as in X-ray, 2, 6, A as in Adam, R as in Robert, 7. And if you have any questions, you want to email me, memoryinkers@gmail.com. Okay, so that's where we are with that. Hold on, I realized I forgot something important. And I have to grab it real quick. Okay. There we go. All right, so we are going to go over the Garden Meadow suite items. so that you can see that we're going to be using this die, but it comes with dies. I've showed you this before also. You may remember that I showed you this like thing I did with a bunch of scraps. That is these funky dies right here. And then there's dies for all of the shapes, plus this cute little fence, which I do have cut out here. It's so cute. So that is bundled with the Garden Meadow stamp set. I am using just a stamp out of this today, but I wanted to show you, and again, I've shown you these cards too. These are with the suite with the DSP, okay? And I'm getting ahead of myself. Hang on. Hang on. The suite comes with, so you can't get the suite right now. You have to order everything, like order the bundle and then order the other things. Right now, these birds and dragonflies are not going to be available to the end of November, and that's why you can't order the suite. If one thing is unavailable, then you can't order the suite. It's a bummer, but that's how it goes. And then it's also the, what did I do with the paper? I don't know. But it comes with the beautiful paper. Hold on. It's got to be here. How weird is this? You guys, I'm seriously like losing my mind, which I've lost many times with you guys. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's right here. Oh my gosh, I keep saying it and you guys keep learning it. It is true. I am not the perfect demonstrator. So, let me go through again real quickly. You get, I think 48 sheets. Yes. And I believe 12 that repeat, and they're double-sided, of course. So they've got, this is the one that has all these beautiful backgrounds and things for you. But look at, I mean, even the opposite side is just so pretty. So this is it. Look at that. That's so pretty. All of these, I mean, these sides are like suitable for framing. You could like get a bunch of 6x6 frames and put them up on a wall and poof, you're a decorator. Because they are just beautiful, and they'd like make this like crazy amazing collage, right? All right, so that is in the suite. Also this ribbon, which, let's see if I can open it. That is not, oh, it is. Oh, it is going to let me open. This is pecan pie with is what is stitched. That's the color of the stitching in between. My lighting seems off today. I don't know why. I'm sorry. I'm just noticing this all looks very dark. But this is called Center Stripe Ribbon. So it's like, I don't know who named it, but it's kind of like on the nose, right? So Center Stripe Ribbon. We will not be using this today, but it is so pretty. I didn't want to not show it to you. So that is the suite. Everything is available online, except currently right now, the birds and dragonflies. I think they call them trinkets. Adhesive backed dragonflies and birds. So they are cool, but all right, so those are all the things, and I showed you the cards. These are cards I've shown you before. This is a little note card, and then see when you open it, you still have a pretty, oh, I have my notes in there. You still have a pretty background on the inside. And you've seen this one. Now, I'm going to tell you, this is my personal feeling, okay? This DSP, beautiful, gorgeous. I don't think that the stamp set necessarily matches. The stamp set is great, but I just, oh, it's right under here. Oh my gosh, I'm losing my mind, you guys. It's kind of cutesy for this realistic background. That's my personal opinion of it, okay? Doesn't mean you can't use them together, but that's just how I feel. And then this one where I just used the background paper and one of the sentiments. But I wanted to show you guys that I still think the stamp set is really pretty. So here is one that I did, and I used, this is where this background came from, is this sheet, which has that on the back, and it is from the 48 sheet of 12 by 12 called Berry Christmas. Oh no, that's not right. I got two sheets here. I'm like, that's not Berry Christmas. Delectfully Eclectic. This is that huge one that I've used a bunch. Love this. This is in the annual catalog. But anyway, I wanted you guys to see that. I know it needs something here, but I'm actually going to stamp an I'm sorry from another set because I think I hurt my friend's feelings and I'm feeling horrible about it. So I'm going to add that on there after and send that off. I didn't mean to, you guys. You know I would never mean to. But I think I did, and I'm like, oh, at a loss right now. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a super simple quick card. You guys saw this one. We're gonna do something like that. But this is just a simple one. And this is the paper I used to cut out this piece here. I stamped on it, and then I cut it out with... there, all that dies. Yep, this one right here. So just so you guys know, I cut it out and then I leaned it this way and I ran it through again. Okay, you have to be careful though, because this one has, if you can see it, I'm hoping you can, there's like an edge, like a pressed in embossed around it. And one of these pieces, I can't remember which one, it cut it a little bit because it went through twice, I guess. I don't know. But when you glue it down, you can't tell. You just have to make sure you glue it so that both pieces are glued. So anyway, that is where that came from. So we're going to start with this easy peasy card. Easy peasy. Because when I cut out that piece, I wanted to make sure that I still had this beautiful piece. So I liked this part up here, but I didn't want to cut off that part. I don't know. I just didn't. So I'm going to take my paper trimmer and I am going to trim down this beautiful piece right here to 4 inches. I'm going to save that because I'll probably use the other side again. And then remember, I wanted to save this piece, so I'm not going to cut it this way. I'm going to cut it this way to 5 1/4. And I'm going to save this piece. Okay. So what I'm going to do with this piece is I am going to put it on the inside of my card. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere that to the piece, the basic white that's going to go on the inside of my card. I am just missing everything, you guys. It's like I have to keep going and grabbing stuff. You know, when you think you're really organized and you're not. Okay. That is the story of my life. Okay. So, my awesome green glue. And I want it to go that way because I want it on my left side. And I'm going to give it a little space on the left. So there we go. So I have that ready. Now I'm going to go ahead and fold my card base. This is Balmy Blue. Balmy Blue? No, this is, I'm looking at it going, that's too bright. This is Azure Afternoon, which is the colors that are in here. So, sorry about that. And of course, you know how I feel about scoring the ends. And I feel like my camera has moved or something. I used to be able to pull things closer to me, and now I have to push them farther away. And I'm looking at my camera and it's in the same spot. So I don't know what happened. Okay, so this is on the inside. Did I do it upside down anyway? I don't think so. It's kind of hard to tell. You know what I'm going to do? This is how I'm going to know. Haha, I did do it upside down. So I guess it's going to go over on the right side, but that's okay. Still works. It still works for a pretty inside. So there's my inside all nice and pretty. I'm going to flatten that again. And then this card is, like I said, this is going to be super simple. This is a true Tiny Tip Tuesday. You don't have to work that hard to make a card. But I did grab my Azure Afternoon out of the sheer ribbon pack, which you guys have seen before. It has lemon, lolly, and bubble bath with it. So I am going to use some of that. Sometimes I forget what I'm doing. But you know what? I am a woman of a certain age. And that's what happens to women of a certain age. I'm going to just do it this way. Just a strip. I'm not going to bow it or anything. I'm not going to do any of that. And I'm going to use my snips that I have deemed ribbon snips. Stampin' Up! Actually used to sell these awesome ribbon scissors. Oh, I still have them. But if you don't, just buy yourself an extra pair of nice sharp snips. They're only $10, I think. And then tie ribbon on it and keep them separate from your other snips. I also have a really old pair that I use just for things that are gluey. Then I get a little carried away. It's a fact. So in order to keep this ribbon where I want it, I'm taking out my Seal Plus. And I'm going to just add a little bit here where it's going to be on the front. And Seal Plus, you probably won't be able to see it, but the difference between Seal Plus and Seal Plus actually does those little lined pieces. There's no way, I don't think you guys can see it. I don't think there's any way you can see it on this ribbon, but instead of a row of adhesive, it's like slat, 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 slat. So it cuts off and breaks really easy. You don't get that stringy goo. So I really like it. Except now I can't find it on here. What did I do? I know it was on here. I saw it. Oh, live presentations are the joy. No wonder you guys couldn't see it. All right, now it's on there. Craziness. So I am going to just put it right there. You can see a little of it stuck out right there. Fix that. And then I like to use a strong adhesive to hold down the tails of my ribbon because I use liquid glue. So I want to make sure this one comes out straight. There we go. So now, I said this was a quick and easy one, and here I am, like making it harder than it has to be. It certainly doesn't. Just don't be like me. Don't do a live video while you're crafting, and you'll probably be okay. It's user error. That's what it is. So now this is going to go on the front, and look at how it makes the balmy blue flowers just pop right out of there. So pretty. Okay, you can do a bow or something if you want, but I have this piece of basic white cardstock. This was just a scrap that I had available. And then I got a happy birthday from another stamp set. And I don't remember. Oh, I do remember. This is from Go To Greetings. You guys know that one. That's the one that has happy birthday, thinking of you, just a note, and it's in several different sizes. think it also has a hello on it. So I'm just going to ink that up in the same as your afternoon. And there we go. And it's probably not perfectly straight. I mean, it's me after all. So I am just snipping it off like so. And then I'm going to add some dimensionals. Did not grab my take your pick tool. And pop this on with dimensionals. And there we go. Now, if you have some gems that you like, add some gems. These are the Iridescent Rhinestone Basic Jewels. Sorry, I had to see what they called it. And I have some leftover ones back here. So I'm going to grab those. And I'm just going to pop a few of them on because I can. I'm going to put that big one up there. Then there's like a medium size one. And put that one here. I don't like that one there. I don't know why. I don't know why I put it there. I don't really love it. Maybe I'll put it up here. I've got one down here, and then I'm going to do a tiny one right by that one. Right there. So you can add more or less. I see my ribbon is crooked. I know. Shh, don't say anything. Okay, so then there is the fun inside. And don't forget to sign the back. Hi, Kathy. Thanks for saying something. All right, so easy peasy, simple card for you there. And I'm going to move some of this stuff out of the way. Oh, there it is. I knew I had the ribbon wrap. Okay. Still tossing stuff. All right, so I'm going to set that one aside. And let's take a look at this card. Okay. This one I think is kind of fun. I haven't done anything to the inside yet, but I did find a mistake with it. When you look at it a certain way, and I'm not sure if the light is going to let you guys see it, but I can see the white under here, and that bugged me to no end. Bug. So I'm going to do another one. Oh, and I used the scrap piece on the envelope on the front. So what I used is, because I wanted to get this piece on an average size card. Let me show you. It has to be your main focus. So if you're going to cut it out, you're going to lose a lot of the DSP, or you're just going to use this background, which can make some really cool stuff, you guys. I decided I wanted to use the assorted cards and Memories and More assorted cards and envelopes, which come in basic white. Now these are the big ones. I think I'm almost out of them, actually. Yep, I have more, but they also have the note card size. So I want to point something out to you guys on here. When it says the dimensions, it's actually giving you the envelope dimensions. Like for here, it says that this one is 4.5 by 6.5, but the card actually folds down to 4.25 by 6.25. And so that means that the note cards are 4 inches by 3.25, not 4.5, or 4.25 by 3.25, not 4.5 by 3.5. So always measure, because they have to measure something. So they went for what the biggest thing was, which is the envelopes. And that makes sense. Okay, so now I'm going to move that. All right. So now what I've done is I have cut a piece of Highland Heather, I think is what I have here. Yep, Highland Heather. And that is going to get matted on here. And I will trim this down to fit it. but I have to decide where I'm going to put this, right? So here's my trick. Stampin' Up! No longer sells this stuff. I gotta find it, but you can get it. Hermafix, Dado, temporary adhesive, that kind of thing. All right. I know you guys know you can find it. So what I'm going to do is I think I know where I want it. So I'm looking at this and where that center is, and I realize I'm going to have to trim some off of that end also if I want this to be kind of in the center, right? So I have to decide how much. Well, I kind of like seeing the trees. So then I have to decide about where I'm going to put it. And I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to mark it. Now I can't see that very well, so little trick here. I'm going to move it down and get the same basic idea so that I will know where to mark it. So I know I'm going to want to trim that off. So I'm going to grab my paper trimmer again. And I could cut this down exactly, but I want to be able to use the hole the way I did in this card. So save that. Be very pretty on the inside of your card. All right. I don't want to go too far with this. Now, what I'm going to do now is I am going to put adhesive on this piece, my liquid adhesive, but a piece of temporary adhesive there. So move this out of the way before I make a big mess. So this is my tip if you want to center those. And like I said, remember this is a bigger card. It's not an A5. I think this might be considered an A6. Not sure. Put a little temporary adhesive about where I know the hole's going to be. And now I can line this up. Oh, I forgot I want to trim here too. Hang on. I love when I make a mistake. Duh. Now I know that I want to trim this to 3 1/4. Oopsie. I forgot I didn't want that piece on there. But the 6 inches is right. So you want to keep the 6 inches. Okay? So I am going to center this on here. Oh, why does that look so short? I did it again, you guys. I have everything planned out and then I wait to cut for you guys, and that's when I get totally messed up. I am definitely going to have to clean my trimmer after this because I am making a gluey mess of it. You guys mess up, right? It's not just me. Please say it's not just me. Okay, so now it should fit right. I trimmed it down to 5 3/4. So when I told you to keep it at 6, I lied. You would keep it at 6 if you weren't going to mat it. Okay, so now I want to know where I'm going to cut this piece out, right? So I am going to take my Post-it note sticker stuff and I'm going to get this where I want it, and then I'm going to stick it in place before I run it through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And then I am going to use, you know what? I might do it a little differently on this card because this fits. So because it fits, I'm not going to do the same. I'm using a different sentiment too. This one says every day is a fresh start. Oh, it is the same sentiment, but it's going to look a little different. So I'm using Memento Black ink. You guys, I'm a mess today. And I know what you're thinking. You're always doing this, Carrie. You're always scatterbrained. Yes, I am. Yes, it is a fact. So now I'm going to use this upper sky piece here. And I am going to stamp every day is a fresh start. And then I'll just cut that out with my paper trimmer or my snips. Okay. Move that out of my way. and that. All right, now we're going to run this through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, which is over there. So it's big. It doesn't really fit when I try to do it in front of you guys, but y'all know I have a Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, so it's not like it's a big secret. Because I do on occasion show you guys. So I'm cutting through both pieces, which means it's going to be hard. It's going to probably give me some trouble, especially because my plates are really, they need to be replaced. But I just keep not wanting to do that. They still work, you know? Okay. So hopefully this didn't give me any trouble. It looks like it did not. So now when I take this off, it cuts out that hole. Oh. Normally this stuff doesn't stick. That was weird. Okay. So now I have this piece. This is what's kind of cool about this. So whether you're using the negative image or not, you're getting these little stitchy lines, which I think is pretty cool. But remember I said what bugged me about this one was seeing the white. So what I am going to do now is, oh, this must have got some of my, oh no, it's all temporary adhesive, I think. Might have got some of my liquid glue on it. There we go. I'm sure we can do something with this. Don't throw it away, she said as she tossed it aside. Okay, now I have this extra piece. All right, I am going to center this on there once I know where it's going to go. So I am going to set this about where I think it's going to go. Okay, and make sure that this lavender is in the right spot. So I'm going to make a little pencil mark right here. All right, so then I can glue down the Highland Heather. Okay, now this is going to be behind this piece. So I'm going to set it the same spot where that little pencil mark is and kind of center it on there. Okay, so now I'm going to set this piece where it's going to go. I'm going to grab my temporary adhesive and I'm just going to put a little bit up here in one corner, just to kind of get it to where it's centered on the card front, as if I were gluing it down. Does that make sense, I hope? You guys are so quiet today. Nobody's talking. So I am, what do you guys think of this paper? I love it. It's really pretty. Now, when you put this on, I'm going to just center it and carefully lay it in place as if I were trying to put it back together. Then I can hold it and lift this up out of the way. So see, now I have purple all the way around. I could have made this piece bigger and wider, but then I didn't want that to show either. So, you know, 6 of one, half dozen of the other. I don't know why it looks crooked to me, but if it is, it's a carry card. So now I want this piece and my snips. Where are they? They're there. Nope, that's not them. You guys do this where you're like, where is it? Please say yes. All right, let me grab my other pair. Because you know I have more snips. Okay. And I am going to just trim this by hand and hope it's not too crooked. That was very brave of me, I think. Okay. Now to put this on, I am using the awesome foam, oh, turn it that way, foam adhesive strips. Love, love, love these strips. These are awesome for shaker cards but they work really well for this tip too. They're number 141825. I didn't write the price down, you guys, so I'm sorry, I don't know. All right, so now I am going to take this long strip, and I'm going to figure out where half of it is, and I'm going to cut it in half. Lost my scissors still. Grab these again. You can use 2 and make it as long as you would like, but I want to use up these pieces that I have. So I am going to put this strip kind of in the center of where the holes are here. And then this one farther to the bottom where the holes are here. Then one down here, starting in the corner. Again, centering. This one has a little more space to it, so it can go right there. So now I've got all my double-sided adhesive. If you wanted to, these shape really well, so if you wanted to like do a shaker with this hole, these will curve for you. They will. So I should have showed you before I cut them apart, but all right, so now I can take these off. And I'm going to stand up so I can see this a little better, I hope. The trick is to get it to line up with the shape and line up with the card edging that you want it to be on. So that's pretty close in my opinion. And now you can see that I actually have a purple background, the Highland Heather. So now I'm going to just keep this pretty simple. You can take a piece of Highland Heather, which I have. I think not. Oh, you guys, how do I not have any here? Oh, I do. It's right in front of me. This has been like the story of my life, right? It's like today. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it could have bit me. All right, so I can take this and add it to a piece of Highland Heather. And then I can put it in the corner, giving it about the edge that I think I want it to have. All right, so let me show you how I decide to mat these on my paper trimmer. This is what I do. I start with the shorter end because I don't want to cut it this way. Then I have a bigger leftover piece, right? And if you go like this, you can kind of see when you close it, where does the card, the words end? And they end about in the center of that thing, if I did my math, if I saw it right. So that's probably pretty close. Okay. I don't know why that didn't cut. I think I didn't press hard enough. And I'm live. So, you know, when you're live, you're live. All right, so that's not bad, right? That's pretty close to the edge that I want. So now I'm going to do that again. All right, that is not so close. Not so close. It's because, you know what? This is way in front of me. And when I'm doing it myself, my face is right here. And you guys you don't need to see that. So because of that, I'm just going to do it by hand to make it a little more even, Steven. And it won't be even. It won't. I don't cut straight. It's just a fact. It is a fact. I don't cut straight. Sometimes I don't cut straight when I'm using a paper trimmer. All right, so now I'm going to want that right up here, or I can put it there. Then I'm not hiding the trees. You could put it down here, but I don't want to hide the pathway. So I think I'm going to put it on this side because that'll be different from this one. And you can see I used a different DSP on this one also. So what I know is I want to put a dimensional in this corner only. Whoops, it slid. Okay. And then I will use my awesome liquid green glue up there. Then I'm going to try and make this even. And there we go. Now, foam dot will keep that straight. And then you've got your awesome card all finished. I forgot to score it before I did that. So there are the two cards. And you can add, let me see if this score, this is going to bug me. See how it's popping up because I didn't score it first, you guys? Okay, that's better. All right. The difference between these two cards also is, if you see, you can see more white along the edges of this one. I trimmed this one super close, and what I found was it was really hard for me to line it up to get the edges right. So I trimmed this one down to 4 inches by 5 3/4, and this one is like 5 7/8 or some crazy number like that. Okay, so now if you want to add some gems, which I did do here, this card I think actually might show them better. Here they are. Again, the snake that could have bit me. So I am going to use these because they are pretty, and you will be able to order them at the end of the month. So if you like them too, don't despair. They will still be available. So I am going to take one and put it right there. I'm going to take the like dovey shaped one and put it there. And then this one here. And one down here maybe. Okay. If you like the dragonflies, you can add the dragonflies instead. But there we go. Those are my fun cards for today. Super, super simple card. A little bit more advanced, and this one could absolutely be turned into a shaker card. Before I go, I want to remind you guys that Thursday, I will be here live doing a mystery stamping. I'm looking for my pieces. And I posted all the dimensions for you guys to cut. Now, some of you received or will receive pieces in your mailbox. I sent out, I forget how many, but to everybody who responded to my, what should I call my, instead of bits and pieces, I'm still working on what I'm going to call it. I asked you for your address. Those of you who actually sent me your address, I mailed it to you. So, all right, so what you're going to need for the mystery card making class on Thursday night at 6 p.m. Eastern time is a card base of your choice, 5.5 by 8.5, unless, you are watching me from a country where you make the different size cards, then feel free. A piece of designer series paper cut at, hang on. I have the dimensions though. They are listed. So scroll down my page. 2.5 by, I believe I did this the full length 5.5. Yep. So it's going to be 2.5 by 5.5. A piece for the inside of your card. If your outside is not white or vanilla, this is 4 by 5.25. You're going to need white, vanilla, or a light piece of cardstock that I believe this is 2.5. Yep, 2.5 square. A coordinating DSP. Now mine happens to be the same one. Okay, yours doesn't have to be, but this is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 square, and then a different color yet matching cardstock that is 3 by 3. 2 pieces. The lengths are kind of irrelevant, really, but they are a 1/2 inch by about 3 inches. I think this one's a little bit shorter, but that's okay. It's still going to work. And then if you want to save a piece from your DSP, this one's going to go on the inside of your card. So those are the dimensions. Have those ready so you can come and play and make our mystery card. We're going to make a card out of all of these parts and pieces. Have a sentiment ready. My sentiment is going to be this one. This is from, I don't know. I just got it. Shoot, it's probably, I will find it when the video's over. Oh, look, I found my other scissors. Anyway, a sentiment that will fit on your 2.5 by 2.5 inch square. So whatever you like will be yours. So, anyway, I will be here. If you can't make it on time, go ahead and cut your pieces. You can always watch it. All of my videos are saved here on facebook.com/memory inkers. I hope you will share this video with your friends. But if you ever want to watch me live, I only go live on my Facebook page. So this will go on to my YouTube channel. But my YouTubers are all that you guys always see the recorded videos, just because I don't want to go live in both places. So I picked one. You're welcome, Jane. I hope you enjoyed this video. All right, you guys, have a blessed and wonderful day. I am excited to see you all Thursday night. See ya.